How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more Pokemon TCG stuff because my friends at Pokemon, they sent me a bunch of the Pokemon Go Pokemon TCG set. Yes, you heard me right, Pokemon Go and the Pokemon TCG. They kind of joined forces for this special set, which is kind of neat. So I already opened up quite a few other things on this set, but in this video, I'm going to be opening up the Elite Trainer Box. So if you've ever seen a Marriland Elite Trainer Box video, I will warn you in advance, this is going to be mostly the same. If you've seen one, you've seen a lot of them. However, if you're new to the Pokemon trading card game, or maybe you're more of a Pokemon Go fan, you're like, oh, that's cool, they're crossing it over. I want to show why this is a really nice starting point for getting into any set, but in this case, with the Pokemon Go set. Now, this is a special set, and as a result, this is a little bit different than your usual Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes. So usually Elite Trainer boxes are $40 US for their retail price. Or you can get, there's like a Pokemon Center version that's usually a bit more. This one retails for $50 US as its standard amount. But on the other hand, normally you get 8 booster packs, with this you get 10. So it does kind of balance out a little bit, and because you can't just get a booster box of the set, the only way you can get booster packs is by getting some of their products. So I find as far as value goes, these Pokeball tins, they come with like 3 packs for I think $13 US. So that actually works out to be pretty solid. But this is also a really nice deal. So it also comes with some neat stuff that, you'll see if this is kind of worth your money. But again, since you can't just buy loose packs, or at least I don't recommend it because, they only come in these products, it's one of those things that it's harder to put a price tag on. So just kind of see if you think it's worth your $50. But what I will say is these are always a lot of fun. They're always nice as far as a starting point into any set, the Elite Trainer Box. But I have opened up a lot of these. All right, let me actually start opening it up. There we go. I have opened up a lot of these. So if you have seen this before, you can see what's changed. But I always try to make Elite Trainer Box videos designed for people that, this is their first one ever. So you can always find timestamps in the description down below, and that will tell you when I open up the packs, or you can just kind of flip around if you've already seen these. So something really nice I always try to recommend to people as they open this up is inside of this. Don't just throw this away. There's actually something really cool inside of it. Now let me just do this very carefully. Give me just a moment. There we go. Yeah, look at that. It kind of gives you a really nice, poster kind of thing you could put on the wall. Like you could put tape, you could put like the kind of adhesive stuff on there. Like they're really neat. Like it has all the artwork from, well, in this case, I don't even know. It's not quite just the booster pack. Usually these would have just the artwork from the booster pack, but there's like 4 or 5 different art on booster packs. With this set, it's all the same art. So I don't know, this looks nice. Like I like it. It has some of the art from the set on it. Like it's really cool. I will set this aside for later. Now, inside, there's also this, which I've grown to love these. These are the player's guides that you get in any Elite Trainer box, and this kind of shows you a lot about the set. Now, as we go down to the pack cam here, I want to pay, mind to this. Lovely playmat. This is actually not included in the Elite Trainer box. This is from the Eevee Special Collection. But I just love it so much, so I'm gonna have it back down here. So that's in the previous video I did, and it's really cool, but just in case you're wondering what that's all about. So this player's guide is really neat. You can open it up. Also, it's kind of weird. It has like a different texture. Normally it's like a glossy texture. This one's kind of different. Oh, right, and inside of here, there's a thing that contains various codes. It says adventure awaits in Pokemon Go, and on the back side of it, that gives you a bunch of codes for Pokemon Go. You can actually input those on Go and get like items for your avatar and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. It's a nice little crossover, but definitely don't neglect that. Make sure you pick that up. So yeah, inside of here, it kind of gives you an overview of the different cards. I'll just kind of show a few of them here and there. And, it gives you some strategies. It kind of gives you a few ideas of decks you could build. Some different things here and there. But also what I really like about it, mild spoilers, there's a complete checklist of all the cards in the set, including the secret rares. And it does show their pictures, which is really nice. Like, I always love this as a good reference to see what is in the set, because it's nice. And, I always like getting those. I mean, to be fair, my friends at Pokemon usually send them to me, but I love those. I think they're just a great starting point for a set, because then I just know, oh, okay, here's everything in the set. Like, it's just great to kind of look at. I mean, I know there's the internet, but there's just something fun about having it physical. Okay, so inside of this lovely box here is it's the actual contents of the thing. I mean, that's part of it, but this is just packaging. You don't need to worry about that. It's just kind of there. It's not overly fancy on the back. Okay, so Elite Trainer boxes, they tend to come with very much the same things. Now, this is a different thing. This they don't usually include in Elite Trainer boxes. Let's go down to the pack cam here. So yeah, it's actually this promo Mewtwo V, a full art Mewtwo V. Now, I did get one of these, the non-promo version, in the last video, which is pretty cool. And I thought the artwork on that looked really neat. This also looks really cool too. So yeah, there's a promo Mewtwo V, which is great. Usually they don't include a promo card in Elite Trainer boxes, but again, with this being a special set, they kind of do a little bit different because it's also $10 more than it usually is. So that's nice. Inside, you'll also find a code card for Trading Card Game Live or online. Works for either. And that gives you, not all the packs, they'll come with their own code cards, but it does give you, I think, the promo card and probably the sleeves and stuff. So speaking of sleeves, let's check these out. Sleeves! Yeah, Mewtwo sleeves. Hard to go wrong with those. So they do have this kind of nice metallic look to them. I love the card sleeves for decks. You can put them on your collection if you like. I personally like to just sleeve any cards I pull inside of these like cheap penny sleeves. These, I believe it's 65 sleeves that you get. So you have enough for a deck of 60 cards, and then you also have 5 in case any of them rip. So, that's kind of nice, but if you notice me sleeving them with just the cheap sleeves, that's why. It's just, I like to keep these around just in case I want to build a deck, which I haven't done lately, but it's just always nice to have that option. So yeah, they have that kind of matte feel to it. I don't think they'd slip and slide around too much if I had a whole deck here. It feels a little less matte than before. I'm not sure if that's the case. No, I'm not trying to pet my Mewtwo, don't worry. But I do like the kind of metallic look. I feel like in Astral Radiance, they had a similar thing, except in my opinion, I think it looked cooler because it was red as opposed to the silver. But it's still nice. Like, I like blue as a color, so there's a lot more blue on this. But yeah, very cool sleeves. It's great to get 65 of these to sleeve a deck. If you don't plan on playing the card game, by all means, you can use these to store your cards in them. They just tend to be a little bit tighter for putting cards into them. So that's also another reason I don't typically like to use those. Okay, so this box itself is really nice for storing cards. And these 4 things here that you get, it's actually dual-sided too, kind of like the Darkrai ones. These are just separators. You can put them inside of like a deck box. You could put them inside of here. They're just used to separate cards. It's just paper essentially. It's nice. They look cool. Let me show you both sides of it here. Put them back to back. Yeah, I mean, they're neat. Like, if you like them, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. But that's what they're there for. They're just there as like separators, which I kind of like. It's nice to have as an option. Okay, basic energy cards. A whole bunch of basic energy cards. Again, if you're new to the card game, you'll need energy for your deck. And this, I believe, gives you, I don't remember how many of each energy. I know you don't get fairy energy anymore. At least I don't think so. But yeah, you do get all the basic energy. And I think it's 45 energy altogether. So, you get a nice amount here. It's the new look of energy. I don't remember when they did that. I think it was Brilliant Stars. So it looks nice. Like even if you have a lot of the older energy around, like this looks nice and fresh and updated. So that's cool. But if you're a newer player, this will be a good way to get some basic energy for your deck. So you can start to, start to use that. Okay, dice, V-star marker, and there should also be the special condition markers. So if we look at this down on the pack cam, you'll kind of see, let me see Eevee in the background. There you go. You'll see all of these are useful for when you're actually playing the card game. So inside of here, you have your damage counter dice, as well as a tournament legal coin flip die, as they call it. So in the Pokemon card game, you'll see cards that say flip a coin. If heads, something happens, a tails, something happens, you'll see flip coin, But a lot of players, in fact, I'd say most players, they use dice. Now, you can't use these small dice, these ones here. These are for damage counters. You just put these on to represent how much damage your Pokemon has taken. But tournament legal dice are these kind here. And this one in particular, oh, that's nice. It has go for the 1 pip. So if you get a 1, a 5, or a 3 on your die roll, that means it's tails. It's the equivalent of flipping a coin and getting tails. And if you get an even number, 2, 4, 6, then it's the equivalent of flipping heads. So let's see what we get. Hey, I got heads. Wonderful. So yeah, you can just put these on your cards to kind of indicate how much damage you've taken. They're nice. There's so much damage in the card game nowadays. Like 170. Oh man, 180. Yeah. I mean, even this Mewtwo has 220 on it. So those are nice. Good to have. I like the blue die here. Like that's really nice. I like this logo of the set, which they have on this. I think that's just a cool thing. However, something I do kind of... Wait, oh yeah, this is a problem, all right? I have to call this out because this is confusing. Do you see the problem here? They both look like a 2. Like if you roll this and you're not looking, you could think this is a heads. And I don't know, I think like, I like the logo, but in looking at this is a major problem. I wish they would do something different or even put like a big circle or something on it because that looks way too similar to the 2. Oh man, that's a problem. All right, well anyway, hopefully it remains tournament legal. I'm not sure, I'd probably, I don't know. I mean, it says tournament legal, so they kind of have to do it. All right, so these come with every single Elite Trainer box. These are just special condition markers. There's one for poison and one for burn. You just put that on your Pokemon to indicate it is currently suffering from that condition. All right, and then this is a V-star marker. Both this and the other 2 markers I showed you, these are like acrylic markers. So they're nice, like they got a good build quality to them. This is just used, you flip it over when you've used your V-star ability, power, whatever it is. You can only use one of those per game. So this is just something you can have nearby, and like when you flipped it over, it's like, okay, I guess I've used it, so we're good there. So it's just nice to have. All right, so in addition to, all that stuff, you get this lovely box to put it all in, which is nice. It stores a nice, good amount of cards in it. Has Mewtwo on it. As you can see, it does compress a lot more than, how it looked when it was like this, when you bought it, because it had the big paper insert in it, the cardboard. So yeah, let's put this, we'll put it right there. That looks good. Okay, so as I mentioned, this comes with 10 booster packs instead of the usual 8. So that's kind of nice. There is a special edition of this. It's like the Elite Trainer Box Plus, Premium Plus. I don't know. It's exclusive to the Pokemon Center website. So, but it's quite a bit different. So normally they have like a version that gets you 2 extra packs or something. So I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and open up these booster packs. What do you say? So yeah, it's a neat set for sure. I have already opened up quite a few of the packs, so I'm not going to go through every single card, but if there's something I want you to know or want to draw special attention to, I will be sure to point it out for you. Charmander, Eevee, Reverse Foil Blissey. Yeah, that's just a funny one for sure. Oh, Sylveon. Yeah, that's kind of a neat card. I mean, you know, it's Sylveon. Can't go wrong with that. So Souvenir, search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Like, it can be any 2 cards. So that's useful. And then Wonder Flash, 3 for 90, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Dragon Pokemon, it does 90 more damage. So you're kind of hitting it for weakness. Because I know Sylveon's a Psychic type now, but it's Fairy type. Yeah, they merged Fairy and Psychic. So that's kind of unfortunate, but just in case you're wondering, wait, Sylveon isn't Psychic? What the heck? So that attack is kind of a good compromise. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like it's still a Fairy type, right? Right? Other than for Dark type Pokemon, but whatever. All right, so we've got Onix, got Eevee, Numel, Raticate, a Alolan Raticate at that, Tranquil, we've got a Sleepy Numel, and oh, a normal Foil Blissey. That's neat. Just saw that thing though. Got a Lightning Energy, Ivysaur, Spark. Yeah, these are pretty cool. All the team leaders, they have a very similar supporter card. You draw 2 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, flip a coin. If heads, attach, in Spark's case, a Lightning Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. But if you're playing either Blanche or Candela, it's the same, except you get Fire or you get Water, depending on which one you play. So that's kind of cool. Okay. So, yeah, they have team collection boxes, too. Those are really neat. If you have, like, a friend that's on one team, they come with a pin. Like, I got this Team Mystic pin on right there. There's also the Team Instinct pin. And, whoa! Team Valor pin over here. That was in a previous video. That was in the first, second one. I think I ended up splitting it up. I just recorded way too much for one video. I was like, oh, on with it, Marriland. All right, so we've got a B-Barrel. Totally Smeargle, though, I'm just saying. All right, yeah, we got B-Barrel. We've got Slowpoke, Bidoof, Magikarp. We've got Apom, Slowbro, Reverse Foil Slowbro. It's kind of neat. And oh yeah, there's Articuno. Very cool. So all 3 of the legendary birds have a very similar power, kind of like the 3 team leaders. So they have an ability or basic, well, in this case, water Pokemon's attacks, except any Articuno, do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. So if it's like on your bench or something like that, it will add an extra 10 damage to all of your basic water Pokemon's attacks. And Zapdos for electric, and Moltres for fire, of course. So it's kind of cool. There are a lot of basic Pokemon because, well, I mean, Mewtwo, obviously. But yeah, in the card game Pokemon V, they're all considered basic Pokemon. At least the standard Vs. You'll have like V Maxes and stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of neat. It's a good way to power up stuff. But you also end up, missing out on some of your bench space with it. But I guess it can at least attack, so I don't know. I don't know, it's fine. It's a cool option. Okay, so we've got Charmander, Apom, Bulbasaur, Pidove, Magikarp. We've got Onix, Reverse Foil Onix, and oh, nice. Now this is the normal Mewtwo V. This is the one I was telling you about, which I already have pulled one of. I didn't even mention this thing's attacks and stuff. So yeah, Super Cybolt, 2 for 50, and Transfer Break, 3 for 160, and you move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So yeah, it's pretty strong, but a Mewtwo V-Star is even stronger. That thing is crazy powerful. Oh man, Fire Energy, Rare Candy, Wartortle, and yeah, there's Candela. You can kind of see that. All right, moving right along here. Yeah, thankfully I did pull that Mewtwo V-Star. It looks really cool. But I didn't have any of the Mewtwo Vs, so this is really convenient. Now I've got quite a few. Got 3 altogether. Bulbasaur, Onix. We've got, oh, Reverse Foil Zapdos. There we go. And Snorlax, Block. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. Yeah, and then 4 for 150, and then it falls asleep. That's not bad, because it can be any type of energy. Ooh, this is neat. Unpheasant, Hurricane Wing, Flip 4 coins. This attack does 70 damage for each head. So that's a lot of coins to flip. Very random. You don't know what you'll get out of that. All right. So, about halfway through, I'd say. A lot of Mewtwo so far, huh? All right. We've got Eevee with whiny voice. I love that effect. Or at least the name of it. Like, the effect is so-so. The names on some of these attacks and abilities are really funny. Oh, there we go. I pulled one of these, but the normal one earlier. So this is Alolan Executor V, the full art version of it. It looks great. Growing Tall. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for up to 5 grass energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. And Head Swing, 3, colorless, so it can be of anything. And then this attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So that's pretty nice. You can get all sorts of grass energies from your deck if you get heads. And since it's a basic, you know, you can get that out pretty early on. You only need to invest 1 energy into it, and you know, you could potentially power up your whole bench or itself or whatever. Also, this Soul Rock is really good. Sun Energy. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. Yeah, in fact, I believe this player's guide had a good combo on the on that one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is a really good combo here. An Eclipse localized entirely within your bench. In the name of the moon, sun, and stars, Mewtwo V-Star will punish your opponent. They always put the randomest stuff in here. I see you, Sailor Moon fan. Oh man, okay, so yeah, it does up to 270 damage because it's Psy Surge. Discard up to 3 Psychic Energy from your Pokemon, and it does 90 damage for each card you discarded in this way. In addition to Star Raid, doing 120 to each of your opponent's Pokemon V. So like with the Lunatone and the Soul Rock, you have the Soul Rock put the energy back onto Lunatone each turn, and you discard it with Mewtwo. It's pretty crazy, actually. So yeah. All right, anyway, just had to share that because that does seem like a really good combo. And since I pulled 2 of the normal Mewtwo Vs, I guess, you know, mentioning that makes sense. Okay, so we've got Not2, got Ambipom, Slowpoke, B-Barrel, Pikachu, we've got a Reverse Foil Squirtle, and Articuno again. All right, that's fine. Water Energy, Ivysaur, Egg Incubator, and Chansey. Okay, 3 packs left. Let's see what lurks inside. Got Meltan, Squirtle, Tranquil, Charmander, Eevee, got Spinarak, Reverse Foil, and Moltres. Hey, there we go. Dark Energy, Spark, Chansey, and Zatu. All right, 2 more to go. There we go. All right, so we got Eevee, Numel, Alolan Raticate, Tranquil, Larvitar, ooh, Reverse Foil Golisopod, that's kind of neat, and Snorlax. And then this is just an alternative to the V-Star marker you get in this. You can just use this card to kind of indicate, okay, I've used my V-Star power this game. So, just in case you're wondering what the heck that is, that's what it is. It's all. It's just a marker. That's why it replaces the basic energy, because it's also something you'll need, well, if you're using a V-Star. Okay, final pack. Let's see what's inside. So we've got B-Barrel, Slowpoke, Bidoof, Magikarp, Apom, we got a Reverse Foil Charmeleon, and Melmetal V. Yeah, there we go. 220 HP. It has Arm Charge, 2 for 50, and you may attach a Metal Energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, and then 3 for 140. So that's pretty cool. It's good to get back the Metal Energy, especially because it's G-Max. Well, they call it V-Max in the card game, that form, it does more damage with its attack if you have more metal energy on it. So that's kind of cool. So we've got a grass energy, Ariados, egg incubator, and Solrock. Cool. Very neat. So again, that's the contents that I got in my Elite Trainer box. Everything other than the booster packs is the same, regardless of, I mean, you know, if you get one of these, you'll get like the sleeves, the dice, etc. Obviously, the contents of the booster packs vary, but you do get 10 booster packs, which is pretty cool. Now, there's one more mechanic that I just need to explain, just in case, you know, you don't know, because it's really weird. So I didn't get one, at least as far as I could tell, in here. But, in fact, it does mention it in the player's guide. Let me find that really fast. Okay, here we go. So, as you browse through cards from the Go expansion, yeah, you might find something crazy. So, down in the corner of the card, if you see a Ditto icon, a little Ditto symbol, you actually can peel the card to reveal Ditto. You don't believe me? What? Let me show you how it was when I found one of those. So let's go back to an earlier clip. So this is gonna sound really silly. I'm just gonna peel it. So it's this Ditto. So yeah, Ditto is actually like, it's on a sticker. Like there's a, they did this. They actually did this. So just for the record, you can see down here next to the set symbol, there's a little Ditto icon. Yeah, that's just nuts. It's like, what? I'm peeling the card. So always check those reverse foils to see if any of them have that mark on it, that little Ditto icon instead of the regulation mark. Like it's right next to where the set, the G and the O are. So keep an eye out for that because you can actually peel it and reveal Ditto. It's so zany. I love it. I think it's a really fun mechanic. But yeah, anyway, this is the Elite Trainer box. It's an excellent starting point for, you know, new players, for even older players that, you know, just want to get started with a set because it's a good way to get packs. And, you know, I love like the player's guide, the dice, sleeves, all of that. You could still go with other options. Like these are really nice for getting, you know, just the packs essentially. But because this isn't a standard set, you can't just go out and get like a booster box or whatever. So you kind of have to think how much each pack costs you as far as its, you know, like its MSRP versus how many packs you get in it. Because, you know, you can't just get the packs loose like normal. So anyway, that's just something to consider, but I like it. I think it's cool. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, huge thanks to my friends at Pokemon for sending this to me to check out for a review, just to see, you know, to give you guys some insight if it's something that would be of interest to you. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, everyone. Oh yeah.